poppin', people? Welcome to IDW Deuce. In this journal entry, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about VA loans. Let's get right to it. First and foremost, let me tell you what a VA loan is not. It is not a loan from the VA. It comes from a private lender, which is a mortgage company, a bank, or a credit union. What a VA loan is just a guarantee from the VA. Essentially, the VA becomes a cosigner on your loan from that private lender. Most service members and veterans are eligible for the VA loan as long as you are not dishonorably discharged. Now, Reserve and National Guard members do qualify for VA loans. You just have to have a certain amount of time of active duty service, and it cannot be training service. You actually have to have 90 days of service. Now, in most cases, they want it to be consecutive, but there are exceptions. Now, a VA loan is primarily meant for the purchase of a home that the service member or surviving spouse is going to actually live in. It is not meant for you to use for investment properties. Now, I get this question a lot. People want to know if they can use the VA loan for an investment property. And the simple answer is no, but kinda yes, but really no. Okay, I say that because when you initially purchase a house with a VA loan, that has to be your primary residence. You have to live in that property for a certain amount of time. It could be 2, 5, whatever the stipulation is with the VA, that's how long you have to live in the property. Now, if there's an opportunity for you to either upgrade, you want to move into another house, you got orders, you want to move away, whatever the situation is, you do not have to sell that property if you do not want to. If you move away, you can use your VA loan for the next property as long as it falls within the limits of the FHA's conforming loan limits. But you do not have to refinance, you do not have to sell. It can remain in the VA, and your next house can also be a VA loan, like I said, as long as you meet those conforming loan limits. Now, obviously, if you're moving away or moving into a new house, your previous house is not going to be your primary residence. The new one has to be your primary residence, but you can still keep that previous house under your VA loan. That you can rent out. So that can become your investment property at that point. So yes, that is how you can use a VA loan to have an investment property. Now, there are many benefits with the VA loan. The main ones being no down payment is required. They also offer competitive interest rates. You can also limit the closing costs that an institution can charge you. Also, the VA loan eliminates the need for private mortgage insurance, which some institutions might require. Now, the good thing about a VA loan, it's a lifetime benefit. You can use it multiple times, but there are going to be stipulations on how you can use it and when you can use it. But for the most part, as long as you qualify, you can use it throughout the duration of your life. There are instances where you're able to use your VA loan for multiple properties. Now, you're able to do this if the combined amounts of your loans falls under the FHA's conforming loan limits. And that's going to be specific to the county of the state you are purchasing the property in. As long as the loans combined fall under that limit, then you're able to use your VA loan to cover the total of the loan. Now, anything over that limit, those conforming limits from the FHA, you will be responsible for that down payment for that amount. Say the property is $500,000, but your limit is only $300,000. You'll be responsible for a percentage of that $200,000 that's over that conforming limit. Now, the only way to reestablish the full benefit of your VA loan is either you have to pay off that property that you initially used the VA loan to purchase, or you have to find another veteran who's willing to assume that VA loan in your place, or you can refinance the property into a conventional loan. Those three scenarios will allow you to recoup the full benefit of your VA loan. One of the few down points for getting a VA loan is there is a funding fee in most cases. Now, if you are a disabled vet and you are getting some type of compensation from the VA for a service-connected disability, the funding fee will be waived. But if you are not, then there will be a funding fee that will be applied. The funding fee is usually a percentage of the total loan amount that you plan on using for the VA loan. Now, about that funding fee, if you are a disabled vet, it's very important that you go ahead and print out your information from the website so you can show your lender. Because I actually was in a situation where I was purchasing a home and I wasn't aware that the funding fee was waivable. Luckily, I caught this before the closing on the house, I was able to submit my documents to my lender, and I was able to get my funding fee back. And that was a nice amount of change. It was about, I want to say about 13 grand. What ended up happening is they applied that to the principal of the property. So, I mean, it worked out, lowered the payments and everything. Everything was good to go. But had I not been on the ball and saw that that funding fee was on my purchase documents, then I would have been SOL, or I would have probably got my money back at the end. But it saved me a lot of headache getting that done before I actually purchased the property. So like I said, if you are a disabled vet and you are going for a VA loan, you want to make sure that your lender knows that you are a disabled vet and that the VA funding fee is waived for you. Now, there are some things that you need to know about getting a VA loan, or the VA's requirements versus the lending institution that you plan on going with, their requirements. Now, the VA does not require a minimum credit score. It does not require PMI insurance. It also does not require a home inspection. It does require an appraiser. They will send out their own appraiser for your property and take a look at it just to assess the property's value, but they do not require a home inspection. They do recommend it, but it's not required by the VA. The one thing that the VA does require, they're going to go over your finances to make sure that you can actually afford the house. They do not want you to go through the process of trying to purchase a house that you cannot afford. So they will go through your finances to ensure that you can afford the property that you're getting ready to purchase. Now, your lending institution is another story. You have to meet the requirements of the lending institution as well as the VA in order for you to qualify for the loan, obviously. That's why you want to go ahead and vet the institution that you plan on getting the loan through. You want to make sure you meet their requirements such as credit scores. Also, they may require for you to get a home inspection. Now, a home inspection is a good thing anyway. You don't want to just go ahead and purchase a property that you're going to be living in, because remember, if you're using a VA loan, it has to be your primary residence. So if you're going to be living in a property, they're going to want to get the property inspected thoroughly before you move in. Now, applying for a VA loan is pretty simple. Like I said, you have to go ahead and vet your lending institution. Once you go ahead and do that, what you need from the VA is called a certificate of eligibility. That will let the lender know that you actually qualify for a VA loan. And if you have used the VA loan before, it will tell you the amount that you're able to use on this new purchase. Or if your first time, it'll tell you that you have the full benefit of the VA loan. Like I said, the VA does require an appraiser to come out to check the value of your property. Now, once they do that, they will send you a notice of value, so they can tell you exactly how much the property is valued at. They take into consideration the size of the home, obviously, the market and the area, things like that. It'll give you a detailed breakdown as to why they came to the conclusion that the property is worth X amount of money. The good thing about the VA loan is there are escape clauses. Now, say you're looking at a property, you put down money, you put down earnest money, and the appraiser comes out and it's not valued at what the seller values it at. So then through the escape clause that is in the purchase agreement, you're able to get out of that property if you do not want to meet the seller's demands for a certain amount of money, and you will not lose your earnest money. Now, everything I'm telling you, you can find at va.gov. Specifically is www.benefits.va.gov. All the information you can find there. Another important thing that you want to know is, you, on top of making sure that you vet your lender, if you're working with a real estate agent, make sure that you vet that agent. Try to find somebody that's worked with veterans before and is knowledgeable. Now, they can tell you things like the funding fee is waivable if you're a disabled vet, or you qualify for this, or you do not require PMI, something that the lender might push upon you, but that agent would know that no, he's using a VA loan, he qualifies, he's eligible, he does not require PMI. That's just something for you to think about. If you've never purchased a home, you want to make sure you do as much research as you possibly can, because it is a very tedious process and there's tons of paperwork. And you may just see a house, okay, I want it, boom, boom, and you're just ready to sign anything. Do not let that be the case, because these mortgages are usually 15, 20, 30 years long. You don't want to be stuck in something that long, paying an amount that you probably didn't have to. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. Like I said, the information is readily available. All you have to do is go to va.gov or just Google VA loans. All the information is right there for you. They'll break it down and tell you exactly what it is you need. They'll show you everything you need to know, and they'll even give you some tips on what to look for or how to go about purchasing a home with the VA loan. If you found any value in this video, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe. Tell a friend, go ahead and share. Once again, it's a pleasure. I will see you in the next journal entry. Deuces.